Hello, everyone, and welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. Thank you for joining me for another daily Bitcoin price action analysis. Happy Wednesday to you. It's halfway through the week, halfway through CME's week. Just like with all the perpetual exchanges like Bybit, Bitstamp, OKX, KuCoin, blah, 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 the list goes on, they never really stop trading. It's 24/7. So the concepts of like the end of a week of trading just doesn't exist, but it does indeed on the Chicago Merchant Exchange, which is what CME is, and this isn't. This is Bybit. Anyway, here we go, halfway through the week. Fairly bearish start to the week, I would say, but hardly neither here nor there after the last two bullish closures. I've just got a quick Fibonacci retracement on this move up on the weekly, so you can see, excuse me, a shallow weekly pullback. So this is obviously weekly closures above 62,000 would be a shallow pullback. That's if this starts to look like a top, of course, which it isn't at the moment because I haven't even had another closure. But I'm just sort of jumping ahead in time. So shallow retracement would be 62,000 on a weekly closure. And not so shallow, but 50% retracement would be 60,000. I'd say both of those are fair game without changing what would probably be the start of a weekly uptrend, or not the start, the resumption. Why do I find it so hard to remember that word? Of the weekly uptrend following this mega sideways consolidation period. Would I say the same with a weekly closure in and around 58.5? Probably not. So, there's a kind of $4,000 window there that I would expect Bitcoin to not close a weekly candle below the bottom. And I reckon it could wick down anywhere. But by the end of the week, I would personally want it to be above 62,000. So that'll be Friday for CME or Sunday midnight for Bybit. All right, that's enough said about the weekly. This is the daily time frame coming right up. And you see the daily momentum is going sideways. There's no divergence yet on the daily time frame momentum indicator, which would suggest, because it's still above the zero line, more upside is very likely. You can see it continues falling below 60,000, which is not that far away from at the moment, really. It's only going to take a little push to the upside to resume momentum to the upside. And my support resistance, I put it on as a rectangle yesterday, but I can't be bothered to do that, so I'm just going to put it on as a line. And you can see the support resistance area / line is, it's effectively 65, right? But it's around about that. So it's still there, and it's still being held up, despite the last 3 days being red in colour, and it looks like today's probably will close red. On the same, by the same token, you can see these lows here. Yeah, this is the 60,000 bottom of the range. This kind of range. This broke out of it, but only very briefly. So 60,000 is still a key area in my mind. You can see it nicely there with the support resistance sign on a 4-hour. And so, yeah, I think pullbacks back to there are all right. You just end up with a different looking pattern. Like, for example, this could easily end up looking like a sort of asymmetrical head and shoulders, or inverted head and shoulders. I don't even know what you call that, really. But where's my pen? Give me my pen. Give me my pen. So you got one here. Now, this might look a bit rude, okay? But if it does, that's your mind, not mine. Another one there. Which carried on a bit higher. And then maybe another one here. See what I mean? You can argue that was one, but it's not really much of a kind of shoulder. So whatever, turning up above 60,000 and then getting back above this key area here, which is, just call it 68,000, more upside for sure. And once Bitcoin does that, and I say once because I think it is the most likely occurrence, hasn't happened yet though, but once it does, that's a bit bold to use the word once. If it does, then I think it's going to make an aggressive shoot for sort of 72,000, and then we'll see what happens. Is that going to happen by the end of the week? Got 2 days left trading for CME, which is where most of the trading volume comes from. Don't know. Who knows? Maybe. Or maybe it'll just leave us sort of with some sort of tantalizing move up to that area and then just sideways over the weekend. That wouldn't be funny at all. Well, I would smile. It's good to smile at funny things as well as not funny things sometimes. Yeah, if you can look into the abyss and smile, then that's a good thing, right? That's actually one of mine. That's not even a Marcus Aurelius or a Epictetus quote. But, so still an uptrend on the daily. The 4 hours going to look much the same. In fact, it's really bouncing off that. Oh, wow, you can see how the line is working out perfectly on the 4 hour. And, oh, hello, momentum, hovering around the 0 line. It's literally like $50 above it. Oh, no, Simon. You missed a key number. So it's $1,000 away. So 66.5, it's at sort of 65.5, call it, whatever. So what would that look like on the chart? 66.5. Yeah, it's just got get back above here. So if it gets back above here, zoom in, back above here, probably all guns blazing again, probably. Yeah, and if it breaks, probably 62,000 be the next little support resistance area, I would guess. Yeah, probably. If that breaks, then it's 60,000 support resistance. So, there we go. Quickish video today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. That would be super duper awesome. And come and join me tomorrow for Thursday's Bitcoin price action analysis with me, Simon. Goodbye.